All right, on this episode of Bare Knuckle Bowker, very excited to be chatting with an individual who headlines BYB 28 Bourbon Street Brawl, which goes down on July 13th. We've got his BYB Extreme Heavyweight Championship being defended, but also that Police Gazette belt tied up in the mix, and quite the collision set to go down in the mighty Trigon as Gustavo Trujillo takes on reigning BYB champion Ike Villanueva, and great having Ike on Bare Knuckle Bowker. How are you doing, man? You having a solid day so far?
Yeah, man. Well, I'm in Houston right now, so man, we just got a hurricane that just hit, and I'm bringing the hurricane to New Orleans, so it's kind of crazy, but it all plays out very well, man. So I'm looking forward to it. Fight week. I'm excited to defend my belt, man. It's my time.
Yeah, for sure. And I was catching a statement you were saying leading into this fight, and I think someone like myself who avidly follows the bare knuckle scene would understand this. But you've been calling your next fight against Gustavo Trujillo the biggest and baddest bare knuckle fight ever. I'm curious for maybe someone who's just kind of getting into the, bare knuckle scene. Like, why do you see this fight as, fitting that description?
Well, you gotta. I'm a veteran of the fight game. I'm the old dog, but I'm the which I tell everybody I'm the landlord of BYB. I'm the big dog here, and he's a young up and comer. He got a lot of hype behind him in his bare knuckle career. But that's about it. I mean, so you look forward to it. He got the win that he's running with from the Lorenzo Hunt days. So that's where he gets all his hype. I didn't know Gustavo before this. I barely started hearing about him like a couple months ago. I didn't know too much about him. And really, when I came into bare knuckle, I didn't. Everybody was a challenger. To me, I was just coming here to do my job and know what I'm good at. But yeah, from all the hype he has and knowing my fighting style and the Trigon, there's nowhere to run. So you can't box here. So you got to bang it out with me. And I like my chances. I like my favorite come Saturday night.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting you say that because I think like myself and maybe some other media people maybe at least look at the fight
Yeah.
as because you mentioned the Lorenzo Hunt fight, like maybe it's even a means for, you to get a win over a guy like this and then, consider yourself the number one bare knuckle fighter in the sport. But I feel like you maybe already do perhaps.
Oh, no doubt. But like I said, there's a bunch of great fighters in the bare knuckle game that are good. I mean, like you said, but as for the BYB style of the Trigon, I think I'm one of the baddest on the planet at fighting in this style of fighting. And like I said, even though I met Lorenzo last month in Jacksonville, I mean the size difference. I'm like, man, I see why they fight at 185, 205. I'm just a little bit bigger than them. The size. I'm a wide back, and I'm a heavy-handed guy. So, like I said, man, for the fans who don't know BYB, it's the smallest surface in combat fighting. There's it's a triangle. There's nowhere to run. You take two steps back, being a big boy, you're on the ropes. And if you cannot fight in the clinch or dirty box, you can have a long, not a long night, but it can be a short night. And like I said, you will get cut up here. And like I said, man, I think I've been to a bare knuckle fight, BKFC, but the Trigon is just different, man. My fans love it, and for the fans who have never experienced it, if you get a chance to see it live, man, I guarantee you'll love it.
And you were kind of saying that Gustavo wasn't necessarily a guy that was super pronounced on your radar per se, but I mean, I feel like this next fight, I think to certain champions, I guess it kind of varies. I mean, I'm kind of the opinion that once you're the champion, but sometimes there's that old adage of like you really solidify it, especially when you get that first title defense. Like, does this strike you as an especially important fight with that kind of, tendril to it, just with it being the first defense of the heavyweight title?
Yeah, man. When you're the champ, I mean, you can't call yourself the champ till you defend it. Man, that's just real. That's just the real fighters say. And but having the opportunity to fight for the Police Gazette title, which is those who don't know bare knuckle, that's one of the biggest belts you can receive. That's like we call that the WBC belt of bare knuckle, and that belt's beautiful. And I hear it all week. My daughter's telling me, "Dad, you bring that belt home to me." And yeah, once the daughter tells me that, I got to bring it home to my baby. She's ready for that belt.
I was gonna say I definitely want to touch on the belt aspect, but I mean, it seems like your kids give you so much motivation. Like I feel like you're
Yeah.
always mentioning them in your interviews, and they seem very attached to your fighting career. Like I believe after your last fight when you beat Linderman to win the title, your daughter had came up to you after and was like, "Oh, they were doubting you heading in, but they're not doubting you now. Like you proved them wrong again." So I just love to hear that, man.
Hey, yeah, it's just that's for a father, man. That's how you're supposed to be, man. Your kids are everything, and you want to leave your legacy. And I'm the reason why my kids are so great at their sports because they see me, and I leave no excuses on the table, man. The hard work will pay off, no matter what you do. As long as you work hard, it will pay off. And I'm just walking testimony for my kids, like you said, man. Just watch me, and I'll lead you to the promised land, man. I promise you. Just follow my footsteps, and it will pay off.
It seems like they're both doing great in wrestling and football, your daughter and your son, respectively, there. That must be cool for you to see.
Oh man, no doubt, man. My kids are everything to me. But like I said, man, my oldest, he's living the dream right now, man. He'll be in they'll both be in New Orleans, and so will my youngest will be there too. I just can't wait, man, because it's when you have your kids in attendance, it pushes you, and when you just look to the left and you see them, all right, let's go. Daddy's here to work, so you got to go. There's no excuses. Like I said, I've been in this fight game for too long. There's nothing you can do to get underneath my skin because I fought at the highest level. That's for I call that for that's a high school shit, little junior high. That's for the local leagues. Really to get in my face is you gotta throw your best shot. But when you throw your best shot at me and I walk through it, like, oh shit, he's for real. This old guy can bang. And that's why, man, me and DJ Linderman, we respect each other so much. Before the fight, he didn't respect it. After the fight, he's like, oh shit, everything you said was true. And I told him, man, I'm a man of my word, man. I back it up. There's no clout chasing over here, man. They call me a blue collar Mexican back home, man. I work full time, train full time, father full time. They don't stop. So that's my drive, man. So you can't stop a man on fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was cool after your, Linderman title winning effort. You said it brought out the Aztec warrior in you. So the Aztec warrior and the Cuban assassin throwing down and the smallest, most compact space in combat sports, I think, can entice anyone to, be checking out the card to get real excited about it for sure.
Oh man, no doubt, man. This is the fight, man. But the entire card, I mean, you got James Connolly coming up from the UK. James Connolly can throw down, man. Him and LT, which is funny, man, because we all had like a press conference with a merger, and man, I got to meet the guys from the UK, man. Cool as hell. Got to hang out with the LT, man. Me and LT real cool, man. So he's like, we got created a brotherhood now. Now we're all together, and but like I said, we're the big dogs here. So man, it's kind of cool to hang out with them. But Monica Medina got a big fight. It's co-main event. And you don't know Monica Medina. This little firecracker you can throw down. She ain't scared of shit. I love that about Monica. I'm not a big fan of Helen. Helen's not a big fan on my radar just because her aspect of fighting is very disrespectful, man. She don't take it serious like you should. I come from a martial arts background. Like when it comes to making weight and signing contracts, make the weight, or at least attempt to try. In her last fight, she didn't try. It was kind of a letdown because she trains this. She got her chance in the UFC Ultimate Fighter Series, the show. She was on that show, and man, they tried to help her, but you got to help yourself too. And that's her aspect, man. Like I said, she beat Christine Ferreira way back in the day, and she's been running with that like she's the baddest chick on the planet. Christine will wipe her out right now, I think.
And I kind of wanted to, I guess, get some insights into that. Like, I don't want to sidebar too much from your fight, but it seems like at one point, both you and Helen Peralta were working at Main Street Boxing, at least, like I said, at one point. And I saw that clip going around of you and Monica Medina both kind of thinking Peralta might not necessarily make the championship weight for the fight. Like, what kind of, I guess, goes into this timeline here with Peralta? Because, I mean, is that kind of accurate way to phrase the whole thing? Like, it seems like you guys were training in the same space for a
Nah,
bit, and yeah.
no, that she was not when I was. No, no, no. It was never. Maybe she cross trained a little bit there, got a chance when she was trying to bounce around, find a home, but it was never something. No, it was never something. Nothing like we were teammates or nothing like that. But with Monica, ever since I made my debut of BYB, I fought on her card. When she fought Patty. She fought Patty twice. I got to be on that card twice and watch them fight. So both girls got my respect, and man, I just love her style, man. She's crazy, and my kids love her. My son, he's a big fan of her. My son started doing his own podcast, and he had
So
a chance to
sweet.
talk to people. So my son's I tell him, man, you have the opportunity, man. My son's real good with this. He can talk, man. My son, if he don't make it to the NFL, my son's gonna be the next WWE star. I'll tell you right now. Kid's a monster. 6'4", 300 pounds, man. So I'm gonna let him get his degree. Then football don't work out, I'm sending them to Danielle, AEW, TNA, WWE. We're going somewhere there. I'm gonna be his manager. I'm gonna be the guy walking behind him.
You'll be the heavy, as they call it. You'll be like the muscle on the side kind of thing. Well, I mean, based on what you're saying, it seems like he's got quite the presence in his own right. So I
Right.
just love to hear that. It seems like you're right into pro wrestling.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Man, I'm big. My son's big, so that's where a lot of our bonding came from pro wrestling. Man, going to all the shows. Just my wife's big into it too. She's like, man, we just travel all over the state just to take our boys and watch wrestling. That's awesome because of great memories, man. Create the memories with the kids, man. Because it's the lifetime, man. They grow fast. And having my son that age right now, I was like, damn, man. To blink my eyes, he was just a baby. Now he's 20. You'll see him at my fight. You'll notice how big he is compared to me. Everybody's like, is that your bodyguard? I said, man, that's my son. He's a monster, bro.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen a few pro wrestlers at different BYB shows too. Like obviously the former Summer Rae is a
Yeah,
broadcaster with BYB now, but also in the crowd, I feel like I've seen like Austin Gunn and Jake
yeah,
Hager and a few different guys. So that's kind of cool.
yeah, man. Bro, they loved it. They were in Jacksonville. They were sitting right behind me, and me, I'm the kind of guy like I got the crowd behind me. I'm gonna like antagonize and hype them up a little bit. And man, Jack Swagger, Austin Good. Those guys are yeah. Swagger is like a little bit, he gets excited, but Austin Gunn, dude, he's character mode 24/7. I love that about him, man. He don't break character. He's that same guy, and that's awesome, man, because he's crazy. And hey, having guys like that, having Danielle aboard is going to really help us take it to the next level. And that's my goal in BYB is really help this company get to the next level. They can say we're going to take over the fight game, but little by little, the more help we get, the better. Because like I said, I tell these guys, quiet mouths don't get fed. You got to promote. You got to get out here. You got to do these podcasts. And I take it very seriously when it comes to doing these podcasts, man. You really, nobody's greater than anybody. Anytime you get a chance to get on the microphone, get on the camera, do it. And that's just something that these guys got to understand, man. You're not better than nobody. Because without the fans, without y'all, we're nobody. And that's the fight game. That's business. And so we're very thankful for y'all, man. Give me this opportunity to get on the microphone, get on the mic, and share my name.
Oh, I mean, I've always enjoyed watching you fight, man. So it's cool getting to chop it up a little bit. But I guess like the thing I was going to bring up to serve that idea you were talking about of just the company incrementally growing seemingly show by show. Like it seems like that BKB acquisition is a big part of that. And obviously not overlooking this fight because it's of paramount importance. But I saw an interview where you were talking about how your goal is to go to the UK and be at the O2 Arena. So it seems like there's some potentially very exciting things coming up on the horizon if you get your ideal outcome here.
Yes, sir, man. That's my goal, man. I'm a big soccer fan. Man, I love the atmosphere. Being over there, the London fans are crazy. I remember when Ricky Hatton fights in Vegas and when he brings the atmosphere. I just want to feel that the O2 Arena where you hear the old lady, the crazy chants. I just want to feel that energy one time and just let me go out there and live my just create my legacy over there, man. Go get my fan base over there. I know I got some fans over there from the UFC, but man, in bare knuckle, I'm different. I'm a different animal, and I really want them to see that. But I really want to feel that energy out there because I know they love bare knuckle better. I mean, that's that gypsy style boxing over there. So hopefully, one fight at a time. But that's my goal, man. And I'm gonna keep working hard, and there's no stopping the hurricane, man. I got my eyes on my goal, I'm gonna keep working, and there's no stopping me, man. And age is nothing but a number, and I can't wait to really showcase my talent come Saturday night, man. It's a big one for me, but it's big for everybody. It's big for the business because this is kind of I'm the BYB guy, he's the BKFC guy, and this is kind of where BKFC meets BYB. Let's see who's better, and that's how I'm making this fight seem like let's get it.
Yeah, it's been a long path since the days of backyard fights when you were at Lamb Creek High School, eh?
Yeah, no crazy days, man. Hey, but that's where it all started. That's where it all started, man. Backyard fight. There's a VHS tape going around somewhere of those crazy fights, man. And we'll talk about that. And to this day, we still bring it up. We got a little local bar out here in the area called Pennison's, and we'll get together on some Thursday nights and go drink some pints, and we'll talk about them days. And they're like, man, you're crazy. I'm just still doing it. Still the same old guy. Yeah, man. As long as I'm walking, I'm healthy. Man, I'm gonna keep doing it because I fight for my friends. You know, they can't do this, and man, it really like I got a lot of cousins that like, man, we just wish we had the opportunity to do it, or at least blessed with the talent I have. And I got a talent, and I'm gonna use it, man, because I feed off that, man. When my friends can tell me, hey, man, I'm living the dream, I'm living their dream, and it's like, man, just for them to tell me that, man, it's a blessing, man, because man, my family, my friends, everything to me, man. That's it.
Yeah, and then even kind of adding it to that sort of like earlier kind of timeline to now be in a position to fight for, like you were referencing earlier, the belt with the longest lineage in combat sports, a belt that dates back to the days of John L. Sullivan and everything. So yeah, just incredible stuff. I've always thought that's been a cool thing about this modern resurgence of bare knuckle, just like the Police Gazette diamond belt coming back and then the lineage getting a chance to continue. And it must be exciting for you to, be a part of it potentially.
Oh man, no doubt, man. Like I said, if your goal in fighting is not to come and take over and just be a part of it, it's like, man, it's awesome. It's awesome feeling, man. Because hey, just get that resurgence back. And I always been a dangerous guy in Texas with my hands. Everybody knew my knockout power. I got to the UFC, my style, my way of standing knockouts, and that's my style. If you pay to see me fight, I told everybody when I was coming up, if you pay that ticket fee to see me fight, I promise you I won't take nobody down. I promise you I'll put it on the show because after the show, you're gonna talk about, hey man, I went out banging, and that was my style. I would never change for nobody. And now I came to bare knuckle, and now they're talking about it to this day, man. He's still that same old guy, but now I'm just more dangerous. You can't kick me no more. So I'm excited. I love this, man. It's like I tell my wife, I ain't gotta worry about getting kicked, I ain't gotta worry about takedowns. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I love that, man. And you were kind of talking earlier about how, good your son is on the mic, but it seems like you kind of have your own knack for that as well. Like I saw you were getting some commentary going at BYB 27. Can you kind of talk about that a bit? That seemed like a cool thing.
Oh, so man, getting to share the mic with Goldie, man. Goldie, man, he's a man, man. And Paulie Malignaggi, man, that's the magic man. So, and me and Goldie, we had a long relationship prior to BYB. We knew each other. But Paulie, man, I never got to meet him ever, man. And the first time I trained a lot of boxing out there in Queens, New York, and Gleason's. And we talk about it to this day. And the stories we share with boxing is awesome. Like, I'm a big boxing guy. People don't understand that I've been boxing since I was a kid. And MMA was easier for me. But with these guys, man, being able to share the mic with them, it was awesome. I felt like right on the team. I was like, bro, I'll see y'all next week. I was like, I was ready to go because it was the commentary. Is like, bro, some guys, it takes time to really adjust to them. Man, I jumped right in. We're on the man. It's like we're a team, man. That was awesome. I look forward to doing more of that. Hopefully, with BYB, that's my goal to be. Is to be here for the long haul, man. Like I said, me being committed here, signing a new contract with BYB. This is the first fight of my new contract. So, man, that's my goal, man. I really want to make this company grow. I trust in Mike Vasquez, Greg Bloom, and they're going to keep me around for a while. And I look to make this business grow. You believe in me, I'll give you my all. That's my goal, man. That's the way my lifestyle is. But yeah, with the Goldie, man, dude, the guy is a legend. You talk about UFC, Goldie was a man. My son probably still plays that UFC video game 1 with Goldie's on the microphone.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's awesome, bro, because like my kids can like tell their friends, hey man, my dad was on the mic, and it's just awesome, man, having that feeling. And having your kids talk great about you, man, because not everybody can talk great about their dad. It's but like I said, being a dad's awesome. But when your kids talk about you, man, it's everything, man. It means the world to me. But yeah, but Paulie, dude, if you have a chance to sit down with Paulie, man, just hear stories, man, because Paulie's one of the man, he's the hardest working boxer I know, man. He's world champion, world class, and he's world class in and out the ring. Man, he's a friend of mine, and so is Goldie. And they're family now, man. So that's a blessing.
Yeah, it just must be so incredible because from what I'd seen in my research, you've been boxing since you were 8. Like you said, something you've gotten into before even kind of like segueing into MMA, and you obviously did great things in that sport. But just talking about getting to, get stories from guys like Paulie Malignaggi and getting to, train alongside guys like Austin Trout at Main Street, who's like a BKFC champ now. It's just it's a lot of cool stuff going on. I mean, obviously you've put in that, consistent work to get to the point where you're at, but it must be a cool experience considering your journey and all.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Probably the one my greatest memory, or not memory, just greatest friendship I made in fighting was Ray Sefu. Ray Sefu, man, Ray Sefu is the most humblest, but his stories, and I'm a fan of Ray. So every time we sparred, and I never been hit so hard with the jab, and being hit by Ray, I have that picture in my house. I framed it. I got hit with the jab by Ray. I was like, man, okay, I'm gonna frame this because this is back during COVID. We weren't doing nothing. I was just at Extreme Couture. I was in Vegas, just training every day because, I mean, we're shut down in Texas, but Vegas is kind of open for us. But having to spend 3 months at Extreme Couture and train with Ray, man, was awesome, man. Just the memories. Hear the stories about Mark Hunt and David Tua, those guys who I look up to. And David Tua is my style of fighter, and he was for the Hispanics, man, he was our Mike Tyson because his style of fighting was Mexican style. He's getting right in front of you, he's a throw down, regardless of the record. I don't care what they say. That dude was a badass.
Yeah, I mean, Ray Sefo and David Tua, some of the craziest highlight reels. I mean, some of the knockouts that, David Tua got were terrifying. Like, I feel like the people who are like right into combat sports definitely know about him, but I feel like he should be more of like that known kind of fighter because, I mean, obviously, like a guy like Tyson has a great highlight reel for sure. But I mean, I feel like a guy like David Tua has like around like a similar quality, if not same quality highlight reel, like scary knockouts for sure, man. Definitely a heavy-handed guy.
And I tell young fighters to this day, go look up David Tua right now. The dude is jump roping, running in flip flops. He's working out in flip flops, doing the work. He's big, but he's still working. I mean, I love that about the guy. Like, once you're a fighter for life. You can't take it from us. It's something like that fire never burns out, man. There's talks of him coming to Bare Knuckle, or maybe like you said, we Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt coming to Bare. I think if Mark Hunt comes, which he'll go to BKSC because BKSC is gonna pay him stupid money, and that's their biggest downfall. They pay a crazy amount of money and they lose it quick. But dude, he being hit by that guy, shit. I don't see a heavyweight that can touch him on the BKSC side. I mean, unless you got to find a boxer that is going to touch and probably run from him the whole fight. But as for making it out with them, nah, that'd be crazy. But hey, I'll sign that contract with him because hey, bro, I leave a legacy, and I'll fight the best is for my name, man. See where you're at. Don't run from a challenge. A lot of guys run from the challenges. For what? Life's too short, man. And you want that challenge, go get it, man. I hate the cherry picking guys. And that's why I never went boxing because I can't get motivated to fight a cherry pick opponent. I can't. Dude, even when they tried to give me a cherry in MMA, they said no. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't give it. I was like, brother. When I was trying to get to the UFC, they're like, man, just get another win. Okay, I'll go get another win. I said, go find me somebody. All right, we'll get a cherry. Man, 100 opponents later, no. I'm like, man, this is some bullshit. Yeah, so that's how it is. I don't respect it, and I'm glad I don't have many cherries like that handpicked. I don't respect it. And that's where Gustavo has those Trujillo. He is MMA. Yeah, he tried to compare himself to MMA the other day in the interview he did. I almost laughed at him. Like, bro, you went 2-2 as Ami, 2-2 as a pro. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, you can't don't disrespect me like that. Then to think he's levels ahead of me in fighting, like, no, bro. I train with some of the best. The knowledge I got from boxing, from George Foreman, man, to Bobby Bitten. You don't know who Bobby Bitten is. Bobby Bitten's one of the masterminds here at Main Street Boxing. And he's behind me 100%. Crew Bob Perez. Crew Bob is one of the best in the game. And you see what he did to Derek Lewis and the guys who are coming up in the fight game, bro. I got a lot of knowledge. And like I said, man, this fight game, you got to be a sponge in this game and soak it all up and never let your ego get. If you get an ego in this fight game, you're going to crash. You'll plateau. Soak all the knowledge you can up from these great coaches. And another one, man, Eric Nixon. You don't know Coach Eric? That's another badass. And I got that. Yeah, bro. Got to train with Eric and Sean Strickland. Oh, dude. Awesome. awesome memories, and I'll cherish those for the rest of my life. And that's awesome. Me and Sean Strickland beat the shit out of each other in Huntsville at the USC gym, and not in Huntsville, Huntington Beach, the USC gym.
Oh, okay.
We had a Marvin Vittoria was supposed to be there. He didn't show up that day, so it was just me and Sean. We're like, okay, just us two. We beat the hell out of each other for 5 rounds. And it was awesome having the people just look at us like we're crazy. We're all scuffed up in the face, no headgear, beating the crap out of each other, 8-ounce gloves. And this was a Sean Strickland before he came back. So, dude, after that, I was like, man, this dude is gonna be hell. Whoever got to see this guy at 85, best of luck. Yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, man, great stories in my career. But like I said, man, my story's not done. I got a lot more to write, and y'all be hearing from me a lot more. And I look forward to talking to you more about this as we keep on going. But like I said, I'm motivated. I'm hungry. I'm the champ for a reason. And come July 13th, which is 713 Day in Houston. At 713 Day is big here in Houston, what they call it. And it's my brother's birthday. My brother Tommy is like my dad. My dad passed away in 2013, but my brother Tommy showed me all the ropes, man. Showed me how to fight. Showed me how to play football, basketball. Because my dad worked nights, so he was that older brother I had that really guided me through life. And having the opportunity to fight for this belt on his birthday, man, I'm going to get it. I can't wait.
Well, it's a beautiful thing, man. That's an incredible thing to hear. I feel like that could even be a great note to end things off on. But I mean, if there was anything else you wanted to add as we were kind of wrapping up, Ike, I mean, the floor is yours, man. I appreciate the time.
Yeah, man. This is for all the fans who don't know about bare knuckle boxing, who are still new into the fight game. BYB, we are here to take over. If you don't know, everybody says, well, BKFC this, BKFC that. Screw that, bro. We're here. We are here for the long haul. We are taking over one fight at a time, one show at a time. We don't need to go sign big names and really go crazy with it. We can put a card together, and you can talk about this card for everything. We're not on Thriller TV. We're live on TV. That's the biggest blessing about this. We're on TV. You can turn on the cable and watch us. You ain't got to pay for no fee, nothing. Watch this. Tell your mom, your kids, your uncles, everybody about this. We're on the rise. And if you don't know Hurricane Ike, you will know him after this fight. And I just jump on my bandwagon now because we're taking sail, and jump on now because, man, I'm ready to take over. I'm very thankful and blessed that I'm the face of this organization right now. And I can't wait to get bigger names on board with me and who really believe in my process of how I want to take over the game. And like I said, to all my brothers that were competing this weekend and my sisters, Monica Medina, let's go. And like I said, man, thank you for your time, bro. It's a blessing. Everybody down with Team Hurricane, thank you very much. And big shout out to my sponsor, Represent Fight Gear. Represent Nick Diaz brand. They're big supporters. They sponsor Team Hurricane. Go get my shirts right now. I just launched my own Michelada mix, Primo Mix Michelada, the Hurricane Ike edition. Go get that online. Please support the brand, and I'm very thankful, man. Please, you're a fan of mine, go support my brands. And thank you, man. Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, no, great getting to chat, man. We'll definitely have to set something up in the future as well. But yeah, just such an exciting fight. I had to talk to you before it. I mean, just the fact that both of you have that 100% finishing rate. I think this is one of the best fights, pound for pound, you can make in all of bare knuckle. And really excited to check that out on July 13th at BYB 28. But again, thanks for the time, Ike. And yeah, I'm looking forward to peeping the fight, like I said. But you enjoy the rest of your night, man. And thank you.
Appreciate it, brother. Thanks so much.